Hi everyone, welcome back to Coronal Blossom, Volume 1, Episode 8. And we're still learning more about this mysterious figure, but at least from Episode 7, she has a name, Arne, from Keiji and Shino, and it came from the fact that Keiji first saw Arne as a liquid, and then the L and R confusion in Japanese, and then Shino added ne to make it sound cuter. And it got Kumiko jealous because Kumiko's like, hey, you tell me not to make assumptions, guess, and come up with arbitrary numbers or letters. But then you do it to Arne, so that's not fair. And also in episode 7, Shino was treating Arne like her daughter. She was feeding her breakfast. So let's see how it goes today. So it looks like it's been a few days since that incident happened from episode 4. And let's see what's going to happen today. So nothing out of the ordinary has happened. Well, actually the sun's still glaring down quite mercilessly through the parted clouds. Well, what I'm trying to say is that okay, so it's another day of work for Kumiko and Keiji, and it looks like they're testing another VORKS machine for another customer. I was sure what Yumasa thought about his VORKS machine, given that was the one that Keiji used to rescue Arne. So her hot, moist breath caresses the nape of my neck. Well, without staying my hands for even a moment, nor breaking my gaze, I open my mouth to speak. So what does he have to say to Kumiko? Hey Kumiko, you know your breath is getting all over my neck and it's nasty. Kumiko's thrust over the pilot's seat, hard at work, and she's dressed as sloppily as ever. And I'm wondering if the AC for this VORKS machine is working, because we do know that Kumiko got heat exhaustion from the previous VORKS machine that she was working on because the AC wasn't working, and he's like, well, that's accessory, that's last on the list. Well, also, it's a very hot and sunny day, so there's nothing they can do about it. And Kumiko thinks that Keiji is taking way too long at fixing the connections, I would say the electrical systems inside the VORKS machine. And then again, I'm not sure why he's making Kumiko sit in the cockpit when he's trying to fix some stuff up, because obviously sitting there and waiting for Keiji to give the all go isn't going to make anything better. The fact that Kumiko's already getting heat exhaustion. I know. Well, with that moist feeling against the back of my neck, I bundled up the cords with a cable tie and snipped off the ends. Okay, so he's finally finished. Okay, done. Well, I'm pretty sure they kind of made it as light as possible. They made the cockpit small so that they can put more equipment in a small package. Well, it's an older model, so... Well, sometimes with an older model, what happens is that the mechanics, they're really big, and they can't really do much work. But thanks to technology, people are able to shrink the size of the machine and make it do more work. And that's what might have given it more space. And maybe the VAILORA machine that Kumiko was using is a newer model. And Kumiko was probably at fault because she did do some damage when she was testing out the VORKS machine. Well, let's just stop. Okay. Okay, so we escape into the shade, away from the cacophony of the cicadas. Well, they kind of make a nice, background sound. It kind of reminds me of, The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, where you can actually hear them, and, well, you're supposed to catch bugs to get some of the, equipment upgrades. But then again, Keiji also notices that it is hot, so... I think Kumiko's just tired. In barely a moment, Kumiko's lying spread eagle on the ground. So she's all worn out. Well, I guess we could do with a little rest. Well, you know, it's a little early, but how about we take a break now? And it's almost noon after all. So I'm not really sure if that's considered early. Okay, and Kumiko's delighted to hear that it's break time. So propelling herself up with all her strength, Kumiko jumps back to her feet and heads toward the office. Does the office have AC? And now, for some reason, she's all energized. I smile wryly and wipe myself down with a towel, the sweat still flowing off me incessantly. I take the maintenance checklist out from my back pocket and check it over once more. So at this pace, it looks like we'll be finished this afternoon. Well, that's good to hear. Well, I don't know why it's getting Kumiko interested, because he's just looking at work documents. So maybe he's looking at something else? Wait, what did Kumiko do to Keiji? Wah! I'm struck from behind by sudden chill. Wait, with a soda can? So I wonder if Kumiko popped open a soda can and splashed soda all over Keiji. Hey, don't freaking surprise me like that. How did it surprise Kumiko? Because she was the one that popped open the soda can. You little... Hey, keep the pranks to minimum. Got it? Well, then, even though it cools Keiji down, but soda is sweet and it's sticky, So now Keiji has another problem to deal with. Kumiko. With a sigh, I lift the can of soda up off my back. Wait, so it looks like he didn't, or Kumiko didn't pop open the soda. He just put the can right on Keiji's back, and because it was cold from the vending machine, it gave Keiji a big shock. Okay. Well, want me to do it to you as well? Well, I hope you cool down. But I'm pretty sure Kumiko would be happy to get that sudden ice freeze after being too hot and sweaty inside the cockpit waiting for Keiji to fix the machine. Well, nope. I'm not gonna forgive this. You've done this to Gramps as well. Okay. Alright, now, I'm definitely gonna stuff it down there. Come on, hold still. So, Keiji's playing some kind of revenge for, at Kumiko. Well, this comes from you. You're always diving to the river in just your underwear. Your underwear's not worth a thing. Hey, you see something? Well, stop fidgeting. Hold still. She's not gonna hold still. Okay, so, he's, targeted on Kumiko. And revenge accomplished. And there you go, so Kumiko's all happy about it, the fact that she got that chill. So, learn your lesson? I don't think Kumiko learned her lesson. She's enjoying it and she probably wants more in the future. Alright then, well, don't do it again. And now we come over to Arne. I'm not really sure what she's doing. So what's wrong with Arne? So Kumiko looks at me confusedly when I suddenly stop teasing her. My eyes meet Arne's as she stares at us from the shadows. And Kumiko doesn't feel comfortable talking to Arne. She's nervous and looks like she's trying to figure out what to say to Arne. Well, let's see, Lenore. So Kumiko probably feels that she's too distant from Arne, given that Arne responds to Keiji and Shino. Ah, well crap, I completely forgot that she was here. So they've been too busy working and Keiji forgot that Arne is basically around. And all she does is just sit there and watch us. Yeah, that's true. And we haven't heard, or we've had her in our care for a few days and she's been like this for the whole time. Well, that's true, but she does seem to have some interest in machinery. She's been watching us while we've been working.
そりゃ刑事が修理に集中してるからじゃない。あの子刑事の考えてることに反応してるんでしょ。ほらねんってやつ。
So Kumiko brings up that telepathy that we've seen in episode 7, where Arne reads out what Keiji's thinking about. Well, yeah, but it's thanks to her telepathy that our work keeps getting messed up. And I wonder why. So what does Kumiko do that messes up their work? So a day or two ago, we got an order to repair an old VORKS machine. And it was troublesome, and we were working on non-stop just to get it working. And Arne has been watching us from nearby, but the moment I looked up, she was gone. So where did Arne go while Keiji and Kumiko were hard at work? So where did she... Again? Well, before I had any time to react, Arne had melted into her liquid metallic form and possessed the machine. The bolts had all vanished, and the mech had fallen into pieces. And we had to pull an all-nighter to put it back together. I don't even want to remember the rest of it. Okay, so Arne pretty much ruined one of their works, and it costed Keiji and Kumiko extra time and effort to have it all restored. Well, it's true that I had waited for it to start moving, but I certainly didn't mean it that way. But you know, Arne does show that the machine has more capability than what we imagine. It can move in all sorts of ways that none of us could ever imagine. And I wonder if that comes with bent metal. Well, yeah, I guess. Arne? So he calls her. Okay, so her gaze immediately darts to the flying object. So Keiji went to the toolbox and picked up something and threw it up in the air. And Arne eats it. But thanks to the fondness of bolts, all the ones in the mech the other day got eaten up. Okay, so what happened was that when Arne turned into a liquid and went to the VORKS machine, she ate up all the bolts, and as a result, Keiji and Kumiko had to reapply all the fasteners, and taking it all apart, that's going to cost so much time, and had to work overtime to get it all restored. And for some reason, she skips all the bigger pieces of metal. I wonder. Alley-oop. Okay, so he tries to see if Arne will eat bigger pieces of metal and not just bolts and fasteners. Okay, so she takes it. And I wonder how big is that piece of scrap metal? Well, we're gonna be in trouble if her idea of a little snack is stripping all the bolts of a VORKS machine. So the fact that it's an old machine, it probably means that they can't source replacement parts. And when Arne eats up all the bolts, it's going to be very, very hard to find new bolts to replace the old ones. The bolt in Kumiko's hand slips through her fingers and she ends up chucking it totally the wrong way. However, Kumiko throws it off course, but Arne catches it. So good instincts. Is that supposed to be a compliment? Well, Arne had turned back to slime momentarily to slip to the other side of the yard and then changed into her human form and caught the bolt in her mouth. Well, I suppose she is kind of greedy, but well, I guess it's helpful that if she just eats the scrap metal, we're gonna throw out anyways. So in a sense, like well, maybe she can be the recycling machine. So instead of having to wait for the recycling group to pick up our scrap metal, we can just feed it all to Arne. And I do want Keiji to be careful about that. Okay, I'm not really sure about this. Well, if you ignore her, she'll just hang around around me the whole time. I'm not really sure about this, but I'm pretty sure this is like fiction. Like whenever we read about aliens, we always read about how they want to invade Earth, they want to take over. And there was one movie that I kind of remember from the past. It was called Mars Attacks, and they literally took over the whole U.S. And the one thing that saved everyone was there was one song that the aliens were weak against too. Is she even a kid? Well, really? I kind of get the feeling that she just happened to adopt this human form by chance. So maybe this liquid recognized the surroundings and adapted to it. And why did she have cat ears? And Kumiko thinks like, well, maybe it's because she adapts herself to you. And Katie's like, no, that's not true. Well, it's okay. Accessories, decorations, just like how they do at the tournaments. They're definitely putting a negative spin to it. So now Arne is kind of wondering what Kumiko means by the VAILORA machine. So Arne must have gotten bored with us not having thrown anything her way for a while because she suddenly sighted up beside me. So Kumiko's explained to Arne what VAILORA means. So I think Kumiko means that well, it's similar to a VORKS machine, and she uses friend to help Arne understand the similarities between the VORKS and the VAILORA machine. So Kumiko's basically comparing and the difference between the VAILORA machine and the the VORKS machine. So VORKS is good for heavy lifting, strength, whereas the VAILORA machine, it's built for competitions, so it's better in performance, agility, speed.
バロアはバイラオーラのこと。
And VAILORA is just basically an abbreviation for VAILORA.
ちなみに私はそのロボット運動会の選手。
Okay?
運動会選手。ボルト食べたい。
So Arne's not interested in the fact that Kumiko is a robosports competitor. She just wants to eat more bolts. Well, leave it at that, will you? You can tell from the look on her face that she's totally overloaded. I just think that Arne's not interested.
あれな、大丈夫あるね。鉄食べる？
So you want more metal? Yep,
食べる。
there you go. Okay, so here. So he throws a bolt at Arne, and then she swallows it in one gulp.
覚えた。ボークスは仕事よ。バロアは運動会よ。グミは運動会の選手。運動会。
Okay, so now that Arne's gotten her snack of a bolt, she's kind of wondering what Kumiko was just talking about. So, VORKS' work, VAILORA, athletic, and then Gumi. So I think she's referring to Kumiko. And you're part of the robosports team, so what's that? And not to be confused with an innocent girl, where Gumi's basically the snacks that Kagari eats. While well, it's basically a treat for her to get her to do something.
そうそう、運動会の選手。といっても、今はリハビリ。お休みしてて、ここで整備の勉強がてらお手伝いしてるんだよね。
So it kind of reminds me of there's that one part in Innocent Girl where they were trying to get Kagari ready for the trip to the beach, and she wouldn't respond. But then Principal Ichigo's like, "Hey, Kumi," or "Hey, Kagari, there's Gummies," and that really sparked Kagari up, and she quickly dashed out and she ran crazily to get the Gummies. So back to this game. So Kumiko's like, yeah, I'm a robosports player, but I'm just doing something else right now. I'm kind of in rehab.
リハビリ、お休み、整備がてら。
And Kumiko just introduced more words for Arne, and Arne's asking more questions about what does this mean? What does rehab mean? Brake maintenance stuff. And Keiji points that out. But at least it looks like Arne's interested in learning more about all those different words that Kumiko is throwing out.
よし、アルネン。もやもやしたときは体を動かすんだ。ほら、ボルト取っておいで。
Okay, so let's give you some nutrition first, that you'll be able to understand what all, as I teach you about all these words. So like a dog chasing a frisbee, Arne catches the bolt, so with all the grace of a blob of slime.
ケイ君、クミコちゃん、お昼持ってきたよ。
At the same time, Shino's here to bring lunches to Kumiko and Keiji.
おー、待ってました。ちょうど今アルネンにご飯あげてたところです。
So I wonder if Shino knows that Arne likes metal and prefers to eat metal, because Shino obviously gives Arne regular food.
そうなんだ。また投げた寝てるの？犬猫じゃないんだから皿とかさ。
So maybe Shino knows, but it's like, well, feed her properly. Don't just throw something at her and have her catch it like a dog. Well, I think you're the real monster here, taking that doggy dish for her. So then Keiji notices that, hey, but Shino, you're carrying a like a little dish that dogs eat out of.
違う。これは違うの。ご近所のおばあちゃんとアレネちゃんの話をしたら使わないものがあるから持っていけって。
But still, Shino's the one that is bringing it over to the workshop, even though she's like, well, it's not mine, it's the old lady from this place.
やっぱり犬の皿に入れて食べさせる気満々じゃないですか。
Or maybe it's because this is a dish for Arne.
そうじゃなくて、これも鉄製だから食べるかなって持ってきただけだよ。
Well, it's metal, it's iron, so Arne will like to eat the whole metal. Hey Shino, that's not iron, that's stainless steel. Well, stainless steel is made of iron, except that it's been processed in a furnace, it's blasted in the furnace, and it's basically iron infused with carbon, and that allows it to be more resistant to breaking, so it's stronger and doesn't rust as quickly as iron does. Well, there is a difference, just like what I said. Oh, so it does have some chromium as well. So you infuse iron with all these different metals and elements, and that makes it much stronger and it's more resistant to rust.
そうなんだ。でも食べてるよ。
But so iron rust is just basically iron reacting to oxygen in the air, because iron oxide is what is the scientific term for rust. But either way, Arne is eating it down. Wow.
ああ、一口で食べられないものはお餅みたいに噛みちぎって食べるんだ。なるほど。
So at least Arne knows how to break things up if it's too big for her to eat. So she'll eat anything that's metal? Well, though I guess all those bolts we're feeding her were made of steel, so a little extra chromium is likely to be a problem.
はい、お弁当。これがクミコちゃんだね。
So as for Kumiko and Keiji, here you go, lunch boxes.
これは毎日ありがとうございます。不肖霧島クミコ。これで午後も乗り切られます。
Okay.
大げさだな。あ、そうだ。アルネちゃんにお土産があるの。
So what kind of present does she have for Arne? Some more metal? Okay, so actual food. So like oh no, it's not. Arne's still chewing down the dog dish that she got from the neighbor.
じゃーん。図書館で借りてきたの。国語の教科書と理科の教科書の式。あと動物の図鑑と働く車の図鑑も。
Okay. So Shino actually brought a book for Arne. So you can learn more about what's life like on Earth. So here's a book. It talks about all the different things, and plus a book on how to speak Japanese and the words. And I don't think Arne enjoys it. Oh, so study time. Oh, calm down, Shino. Arne just spin out some of the impurities that were mixed in with the metal. She does that once in a while. So Arne knows what's good metal and what's bad metal, and she spits out all the bad metal.
そうなんだ。それにしてもすごいタイミングだな。
So usually when people melt metal, they try to create something else. The impurities usually fly to the top of the vat of hot molten metal, and that gets screened and filtered out. So it looks like she got a pretty nasty shock. Well, anyways, why did you pick up books on Japanese and science? Not to mention that they're for elementary school kids. Well, we do have to assume that Arne knows little to zero vocabulary in Japanese and little to zero on what life is like on Earth.
アルネちゃん、ここ数日で日常会話ができるようになってきたでしょ。だから次のステップはこの辺かなって。
Okay.
あと、社会とか算数とか、その辺はまだまだ興味がないかなって。だから、国語以外は絵の多いものにしたの。
Well, I do feel that maybe the history or social studies textbook, that might have some pictures as well. Because they want to show pictures of different moments in time. So I'm not really sure why she knows I can't find a picture book on history. But I can't understand why there's not really much of a picture book for math, because it's just equations. Well, I see. I guess you didn't take that teacher training program for nothing.
あんまり関係ないよ。それに、勉強してただけで、実際に先生やってたわけじゃないし。
But at least taking a few classes, it kind of gives you an idea of how education works.
みんな、おかわり。
But either way, Arne wants more metal.
あ、お皿？ごめんね。それでおしまいなの。代わりというのも変だけど、向こうの日陰で一緒に本を読まない？
So is Arne still hungry? But she was like, well, I don't have any more, so let's just go and start studying.
ない。
And of course, Arnie's like, no, I'm still hungry.
やっぱり、ここにいるときは、機械を眺めてる方がいいの？
So all you can do is just look at machines? That's kind of boring, you know?
いや。
Yes. Or job.
じゃあ向こうにあるやつちょっと見に行く？VORKSの新しいパーツが来たんだ。
Okay, so Kuma's like, well, you can go look at this then.
や
You guys sure are energetic, even though you're standing in the blazing sun. And why German?
ああ、私の部屋にあるドイツ語の教科書を読んだからじゃないかな。興味あるみたいだから教えてあげたの。
Okay. Oh, so that's why she has such a bad accent.
それ、どういう意味でしょうか？
Alright then, Shino, well, what's that thing called? So I put my finger at the VORKS machine. So now we see where Arne got that word VORKS from. The fact that Shino was using a German textbook and teaching Arne some words.
私海外に行く予定ないから日本大好きだからこの町に骨をうずめる予定だから
Okay, I wonder what Shino's thinking about. Why is she trying to steal all this stuff? Well, I'll let you off the hook then, since you're apparently aware your accent is horrible without me needing to say something.
筆記は悪くないんだよ筆記はただ私の耳と口は長く日本語に慣れ親しんでしまったの芯まで使っちゃったの
I realized straight away that she means picking, but decided to save myself the hassle and keep quiet about it. It's just common sense. Well, at any rate, why did she try and learn German of all things? So, Keiji's wondering, so why the German textbook? Maybe Shino wants to go to Germany someday.
ドイツ語だけじゃないの英語、フランス語、中国語うちにある教科書のやつを覚えようとしてるみたい
But then Shino's no, it's not that. It's just that, I have all these different languages of textbooks in my room, and Arne just started picking one and looking through it. And I don't have any plans to go abroad, so don't worry. Or don't misunderstand me. Well, with that kid's learning capacity, she could be multilingual in just a month. That's kind of scary.
だね数日前には生まれたてのひなみたいに何も知らなかったのにどんどん成長していって月日が経つのは早いもんだね
But the fact that Arne's a fast learner. Yeah, same Shino. Kumiko keeps saying you're like a mom, but you're crossing over into granny territory here.
本当だ私手がすっかり保護者の板についちゃって未婚なのに
Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll come in handy in the future. Yeah, that's true.
多分いいんだけどね
Since Arne arrived a few days ago, the one who's changed the most in this town is probably Shino. He smiles dryly and lets out a sigh before turning over to Kumiko and Arne.
そういえば哲司さんは
So who's Tetsuji? Oh, so that's Gramps. And it's well, he'll be back later.
ただここであんな風に誰かがはしゃいでるなんて珍しいなと思って
Okay? Yeah, I guess that's kind of true. Well, for a while now, the only people working here have been Gramps and me. And we do get other people that come and go, but it's mostly just us. And just the two of us working together in utter silence, covered in the tang of iron and oil. And the only sounds you can hear besides our tinkering would be the radio in the background or Gramps getting angry at me, which I like to believe was an infrequent occurrence. And then when Kumiko started coming to help out, things got a little bit more cheerful, and now we have Arne.
それにしてもよく哲司さんアレネちゃんを受け入れてくれたよね
It's like, oh, well, it's kind of nice that Tetsuji, so Gramps took in Arne. Yeah. Well, it still seems weird thinking back on it now. So it was the morning after the decision was made that Shino would take care of Arne. Okay, so I'll go ahead and stop here. I know that my video is getting quite long, but we do learn that Shino's been teaching or trying to teach Arne some of the aspects of life on Earth, science and languages, and we do see that Arne likes metal, especially when it's cut up into pieces. And it does remind me of that one cartoon from Tex Avery. It was like in the 50s where there was a wolf. He got a baby goat to take care of, and it's like, well, don't worry about him. He will eat anything, and anything literally means anything. So he chews up like all the supplies, the house, the wood, the metal, the car, the windmill. And it got so hard to take care of that the wolf was trying everything he could to get rid of the goat. And at the end, he launched the goat over to the moon, and the goat ate up the moon, and that was the end. And I'm hoping that the same thing doesn't happen to Arne, where it becomes really, really hard to take care of, that they're going to try everything they can to send Arne back into outer space. But we'll see how it goes from here. So with that in mind, I'll see you later.